You can jump out whenever you're ready.
All right, we're gonna jump out of this one. Anchors in 3, 2, 1.
What are you doing?
Good afternoon and welcome back to our TV2 Takeover! I'm Lucy Salkeld.
And I'm Millie McDaniel. Did you see all those twins at the Blacklight Pep Rally?
Yeah, I didn't know we had that many twins in our school. Wait, aren't you a twin?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Let's take a look back at the Blacklight Pep Rally.
Lucy, why are you dressed like that?
I thought it was cute. It's from the Foreign Language Festival.
Gives them an opportunity to be creative, to create, and to use their French to speak it and present it before an audience, and also to be among other language learners who are equally interested in using their language outside of the classroom.
Mia wrote an abridged version of Act 1, which goes hand in hand with the new Wicked movie.
Yeah, we just did Wicked Part 1.
Well, we all were able to collaborate our talents together, and we all very much love the Wicked movie, so that's why we decided to do it. And by doing so, we're able to share our passions, our talents, and of course, the French language.
Our skit was titled Manzanita. It was about a small native apple who did not feel special. She felt very insecure, and she always fell into comparison with the imported apples. And I think this is a story that all of us can relate to, because we're always comparing ourselves to each other, and sometimes we don't feel special, or should I say, especial.
It was kind of interesting to see because we were like really the only class or like school that came with like handmade costumes, like handmade everything. Like everybody else had like these big elaborate like physical props, and we had made everything from scratch. We actually used like recycled gym day props for the props on our set, so it was just really cool to see like how we could use gym day and spirit day like for other things besides that.
This was the first time that the festival included a dance category, and our student, Carrie Cepeda Martinez, danced Jarabe Tapatío it's a traditional dance from Mexico, and she won first place. We're so happy that this being the first time, it was Mount Carmel that won first time for dance. So we're very proud of her, and all the other girls too.
I remember while the kids finished their play, and this student from this school basically turned her back asking, "Where are you all from?" Mount Carmel Academy. Wow. That was fire. It was really, really cute to see other kids admiring what our girls do. And I have the utmost respect for our girls. Always have. Well, now that's just a proof in front of my eyes how great they are. We know they're great. Now other people also know through this event that our girls are great.
So this is part of a three-part series where we're going to be talking about the Stations of the Cross, what they are, but also how we can enter a bit more prayerfully into them. So the Stations of the Cross started as an opportunity for Christians to enter more deeply into Christ's passion. It started in with a tradition in Jerusalem where people would literally walk through the steps where Jesus would have walked when he died. We do something similar when we do it at our churches and here during Lent at Mount Carmel. So the first station is that Jesus is condemned to die. So Pilate goes ahead and condemns Jesus to death. The second station is Jesus takes upon his cross. The third station is Jesus falls for the first time. And then the fourth station is that Jesus meets his mother. We see from Mary's eyes what it would be like to have our son or somebody we loved suffer in this way. And we get to be with her in that way. So I think the fourth station here is quite important. Think about the injustices that are in our world. Think about the times where we have to carry things that we don't want to. Think about the times where we fall and we feel like we're alone. Jesus has suffered all of those things with us. We do these stations not just to say, look at what sin's done, but to say, this is what God has done for us. He's met us where we have been, so we can say, God loves me this much. That he's willing to take in all of these different injustices that people have suffered and be with us there. Think about this for a second. Jesus is God, which means that he has every single person's memories and feelings available to him. That means your suffering, your wounds, Jesus knows intimately, and he bore it. He kept on walking because he says, I love you this much that I'm willing to keep on going because I want to be with you. I don't want you to feel alone. So they're a powerful means of prayer if we know how to do it well. If we're just saying the words, we don't think about it, then of course we're just saying stuff. But if we're able to enter in and say, wait a second, have I been unjustly judged by another person? Jesus has been there with me. Jesus helped me, right? Or if I've been in a place where I've unjustly judged another person, Jesus helped me to see better. Once we're able to do that, it becomes a powerful form of prayer because it's not just about ourselves, but it's about our relationship with Christ.
Millie, did you know that some teachers have taught other teachers at this school?
No, I had no idea. They must have been here a really long time.
I taught Miss Garrett's French. She was an excellent student, of course. I taught Miss Arthur. I taught her religion. She was also an excellent student. And Miss Karika, also an excellent student. So you have some really good teachers here, girls. And a little bit of a stretch, I taught Miss Hode's sister, Andre.
I taught Miss Loda, class of 2015. I taught Miss Newbeck, class of 2016. I taught Miss Gonzalez and Miss Peterson, class of 2013. Oh, Miss Rabelais, class of 2010. What department am I missing, y'all? Science? Oh, Miss Green, class of 2013. I think that covers it. Oh, and Miss Hera, class of 2015. Music, very talented singer, awesome.
So this is my 13th year here, 13th year teaching world geography, and I taught Miss Nimmo and Miss Aguilera my first year.
Miss Wiley, Miss Gonzalez, Miss Peterson, Miss Newbeck, Miss Champagne, Miss Rabelais, Miss Loda, Miss Green, Miss Watkins.
Miss Aguilera, Miss Champagne, Miss Friesard, Miss Green, Miss Hannon, Miss Jean-Marie Harris, Miss Hera, Miss Loda, Miss Nimno, Miss Newbeck, Miss Peterson, Miss Rabelais, Miss Perez-Watkins, and Miss Wiley, I believe.
I have been here 17 years, and I didn't actually teach anyone on the staff or faculty. However, I did have Miss Loda in my 8th grade homeroom in IS.
I have taught English since 2005 here at Mount Carmel, and I taught Miss Gonzalez, I taught Miss Loda, Miss DeLon, Miss Hannon, I had Miss Peterson in homeroom, I taught Miss Hera, I taught Miss Friesard, and I taught Miss Champagne, and if I forgot anyone, I am so very sorry.
Specifically, I taught Miss Friesard, Miss Green, Miss Aguilera, Miss Watkins, and knew the rest of them through 8th grade.
I think I've taught 15 teachers here. The names that are coming to mind are Miss Garrett's, Miss Hode, Miss Dilbert, Miss Herman. I can't think of any. I'm sure there's so many. I run into them all the time. Miss Markle. No, that's Megan Markle. That's something else. Megan Wiley. Miss Loda,
And it was all physics, right?
all physics, all physics, all of them. Physics 1, Physics 2. Miss Kennedy. Miss Kennedy is 1.
Lucy, did you see all of those lemons that were missing from the St. Joseph's altar?
As you look at the entire altar, this was a collective experience with every club and student in the school. All the cakes you see were made by the students or by the parents. The people of Sicily prayed to St. Joseph to help them get through the famine, and he did it. So since then, they have made altars in his honor. So let's look at the altar itself. You will see the palm branches that represent Christ. You will see the shoes of St. Joseph. Lilies are very important because lilies are resurrection. A lamb for the Lamb of Christ. And then right here, you will see, which is very special to the altar, all of these crosses, which are actually made by the art students, and the candles that represent St. Joseph.
Wow, that was really embarrassing of me.
Well, that reminds me. Hey, Lucy.
Hey, Millie.
I've got a question
Of the week.
It was my second day of 8th grade year, and I thought it was quirky. I wrote down my schedule on a note card. I don't know why I couldn't just hold my normal schedule, and I walked into my art class, and I sat down, and I'm like, okay, like, fine arts, like, get lit, get hype, and I'm like, I thought my schedule said Mr. Rashuba, and this is Mrs. Collis. She goes through the entire roll, and she's like, wait, I didn't say your name. She was like, where's your schedule? I pull out the note card. She's like, why this note card? We had to walk around every single art class and be like, is this girl in this art class? And everyone was like, no, she's not in this art class, until the last art class. And Mr. Rashuba was like, oh, Seren, finally, Seren, you're here. We were looking for you, Seren.
It was like 8th grade, and at the time, I thought you were supposed to like deck out for picnics. So I remember I came to school full dress down. It was not a dress down day. I was decked out, and I had pigtails right here on either side of my head. I like hairsprayed it, I curled them, and I got to school and everybody was like, Chloe, why do you look like that? And I was like, it's a picnic. I mean, like, why is no one else dressed up? And my mom wouldn't come back to school and let me change, so I had to go the entire day in an outfit that I wasn't supposed to be in.
One time when the club fair was going on, in like the very couple first weeks of school, I had PE and we were playing volleyball, and I ran after a ball into one of the tables and I folded inside of the table and I broke it, and to this day they never fixed the table and it's still broke.
And I have like the biggest fear of elevators. Little old 8th grade me was stuck in the elevator with 3 seniors. Well, when the elevator stopped, it just didn't start again for like 5 minutes. So I started crying, and I just sunk down on the elevator wall, and all of these seniors are looking at me like, what is wrong with this girl? And I'm like hysterical. I'm like almost rocking back and forth. The elevator eventually came on.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week.
We'll see you same time, same place next week. But remember, go out, make the news, because the news is you!
Hi, my name is Carrie Newman. I've been in SDK for 2 years and I'm playing Eric. And you should come see our show because we have a live dog who is trying to find a home, so you might want to adopt little Sally.
Hi, I'm Helen Morlier. I've been in SDK for 5 years. This is my 10th show, and I'm playing Julia in The Unsinkable Molly Brown, and you should come see the show because we have a lot of fun. You should have fun with us.
Hi, my name is Tallulah Maddox. This is my, third show with SDK, so I've been here for a year and a half. In The Unsinkable Molly Brown, I play Horace Tabor and Criminal One. In The Unsinkable Molly Brown, we have so many things that are fun, like scandal, we have kissing, we have people you can ship together, we have a dog. It's fun. Please come and see our show. And also, we do have 2 food drives, one for people food and one for dog food. So please donate and share the luck in the Molly Brown spirit. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aislinn. I've been in SDK for 2 years, and I'm playing Kit, Senator Fletcher, in Minor 2. And you should come see the show because there's a live dog, and there's a group dance number with tapping, and there's a lot of kissing, and there's a guy who does a bunch of flips on stage, so yeah.
Hello, my name is Emily Beekler, and I play Young Streetwalker and Marine in Unsinkable Molly Brown. And I've been in SDK for 2 years. This is my freshman year. And you should come see our show because it's really fun. There's a dog in it. It's got kissing. It's got helping people. Like, we have donations. And if you bring in canned food or canned dog food, or you get a free concession. So steady,